All right, what's up, y'all? So we are in the last week of our 30-day reset. For those of you that are still sticking with us, that's awesome. Got a little cheering crowd back here in the background. This has been a great experience. You know, I had some good feedback from some other people. For me personally, just trying to implement some new simple goals in a crazy modern life is always worth the experience because you're always learning, and that's the name of the game for all of us for the rest of our lives, is figuring out how to implement these very important health habits into a crazy modern life. I think most of y'all know, Arnica had her grandfather passed, and we had to come up to Utah, and so Idaho, and so we had the traveling situation going on, the dogs, like just making all of it work, and still trying to keep these new simple goals. So I just think it's really beneficial, no matter what, to always be tinkering with something. All right, it's been a great experience. So let's just go through what our new goals are for this last 7 days. And again, we've said many times before, this is your 30-day reset. So if you're still working on your simple basic goals and what's important to you, that's great. But if you're ready for it, this is what we're working on that's new. First of all, always recommend that you do your reflection. Reflect on the past week to see what things have shifted in what direction. I love the little subjective 14-day reflection. Even though it says 14-day, you can still use it for your 7-day reflection to check in with your subjective markers. You may have other things that you're trying to measure as well. Also, real food recommendations. We just had our progression-based fasting seminar. I would highly recommend that you go over and watch that video and download the handouts. If you're up for it, this is a week of fasting. All right, so whatever your degree of difficulty is as far as duration, I would say try to do a little bit better than you've done in the past. And so if you've never done a 24-hour fast or one meal in a day, I would aim for that. If you've never done a 36-hour fast or a 48-hour fast, I would aim for that. Personally, I'm going to try to go for a 3-day fast. I haven't done one of those in a really long time. So highly recommend that you watch that video, download the handouts. If you're new to Real Food, if you just joined our community, I probably wouldn't focus on anything beyond like a 24-hour fast. Hit me up if you have any questions. For sleep recommendations, super powerful, fasted sleep. This is something we've been doing for a while. We don't usually talk about it, especially in the beginning in some of our big talks, because the focus should be just real food first and not stressing out about whether you have to fast after dinner or not, because most of us have a family situation. We come home from work, we have family dinner, and that's the most important thing, is getting the real food piece down. But if you have the ability to give yourself 2 to 3 hours of space after dinner before bedtime, a lot of us notice sleep is better because we don't have so much digestive effort in the upper GI or the stomach area. Also really powerful for sleep, if you can go for a short walk after dinner, that's been really useful because from a physiological perspective, you're burning off some immediate excess glucose, you're helping the stomach move food from the stomach into the small intestine, and again, that usually translates into most of us sleeping better. I just love it. I love walking, doing something with the dogs after eating dinner. I feel so much better. For quiet time recommendations, we're just looking to bump up the amount of time that you're sitting there with some private quiet time. So last week's recommendation was 6 minutes of quiet time. We're bumping that up to 9 minutes of quiet time. And again, we're sitting there. It's not formal meditation. You're just sitting there cultivating some presence, engaging the senses, and noticing your tendency to kind of drift off and talk to yourself or get lost in thought. As soon as you notice that, just come back to the present moment and always finish that up with your affirmations and your envisioning, okay? Beyond that, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, or snide remarks, put it in the comments below. Y'all keep it real.